Throw Gang, we are joined by the 5'10 Mafia, Lawrence Schlossman, and myself, the Mohair Madman, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running the Boys, live from our humble abodes. With today's full episode only available on
www.throwingfits.com. 5'10" and a half
Oh,
foot
sorry.
mafia. Thank you.
Sorry. Right.
You know.
Yarn Mafia, the land of absolute truthiness. Before we get into hair transplant inspo, a GQ fashion Super Bowl, and guys hitting on your wife, which I can't wait to hear about.
Yeah.
Let's get into a fit check.
I'll start because I'm not really wearing much. I have on I have on Patagonia baggies and then a bootleg $15 Juicy J Stay Fly music video t-shirt that I got from Redbubble. I got one for me and one for my friend Joe. I'm staying at his house.
Mine, and I still have mine from Fashion Bros days.
Oh, really? Wait, we had these on Fashion Bros?
I think just me.
Yeah. Either way,
Supreme put one out and we made it like a fake trend or whatever.
Yeah, which is honestly like an awesome move by Supreme. But so I got fake ones matching for me and Joe as a housewarming gift, and then for Libby, his wife, we got both them a Loewe candle as well. But the whole point was there is a Dominican sushi hookah bar that's right down the street from
great combination of words.
Yeah, exactly. Right down the street from their beautiful new Miami apartment, and they were nice. I'm not going to say the address or the building. It's in Edgewater. I'll say that. Can I say that? Yeah. We're going to go to happy hour at the Dominican Sushi Hookah Bar, so I got us the matching shirts.
On your wife's birthday.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, we're going today. No, but that's before we then
today being your wife's birthday.
Actually, you know what? We're doing that, and then we're all, both couples, going to watch the college football national championship at a sports bar. So yeah, it might actually be the worst birthday ever for Jenna. Yeah.
A lady can dream of just having a magical 21st birthday.
Okay, in terms of you, James Harris, and all the things that are happening today, rank these in importance from most important to least important. Jenna's birthday, Martin Luther King Day, the college football national championship, and inauguration day. What's the most important to you?
Jenna's birthday, obviously.
Wow, right. Well done.
Then MLK, which stands for Milady. Kenna, which is J.K. Jenna,
right?
Then inauguration, and then just for the
because you voted
reverberations of it all. I mean, you're in Miami to celebrate the inauguration, right?
That's looked at
first and foremost why you're there.
As a bit, we looked to see how long of a light rail train ride it would be to Mar-a-Lago. I think you could get there in 2 hours. It's going to be a fucking movie here.
You're going to be there. That much. Yeah. Congrats on everything that you've accomplished today. And then I guess college football championships, I don't give a shit about not real sports. It is funny that light rail that you talked about. It's it costs $1 billion, and because I was in Fort Blickerdale for Asher with the Big Hogs,
right?
Bachelor party, and we were looking into taking that down to Miami to get a meal at Joe's, and we were just reading up on it, and it costs $1 billion to make, and no one uses it. It's mad expensive to ride, and it kills 30 people a year.
Oh damn! I've ridden it a few times with Jenna, going from my parents when they're on their snowbird shit to Miami, and I don't remember it being it's mad nice, but we didn't kill anyone, and I don't remember it being what's expensive $100.
No, I think more expensive than you would think public transportation to be.
I don't know. I don't look. I just swipe, baby. You know the vibes when I'm down here.
Yeah, that's why you're fucking broke and wearing a $15 t-shirt.
That's
yeah,
fact.
I think it kills because no one knows. Well, everyone in Florida is just fucking, super faded and on wild Florida drugs, but no one knows how to walk in that state, in that region of the world. Mm-hmm. And then people are just on the tracks, and it just fucking obliterates them.
Everyone's driving a rented supercar that they got for the day to seem like the man.
Bro, in 7 years, it killed 108 people.
That's the light rail is a real dangerous fucking entity, dude.
The light rail heavy.
That's way more people than the subway, right?
Yeah, and I don't think are people surfing the light rail or the bright line?
Bright line, yeah. Sorry, yeah, the bright line. I don't know. I mean, I hope not. Sounds like it's a
bright line for people who aren't that bright.
Damn.
Yeah, well, you're down there celebrating the inauguration and your wife's birthday. Very cool. You're in bed. Yeah. What else are you wearing? That's it. No pinky on the fingy, no chromie on the rolly.
I'm fucking lean and mean, just chilling in bed doing my work before I go celebrate everything but my wife, apparently, now that the itinerary has been made extremely public and clear. That's my bad.
The itinerary that my brother in Christ, you made the itinerary.
Yeah.
Can't have the chrome on. You don't want that shit to rust in the pool, do you?
Yeah. No, it's funny you say that because like I definitely wore it after, I guess we got it. We went on, I guess we did our like European, fashion calendar thing. And then like I wore it in the water and like the quality of the ring severely like decreased over the 10 days that I was on vacation. So I think the quality of chrome silver might be dubious now that you mention it.
Yeah. That's what happens when you price store low to high.
That's true.
You got to get yourself some rude jewelry, bro. Fit right in there, down there.
Honestly, you're not wrong, dude.
We're going to talk Miami fashion for
okay.
sure.
All right, what are you wearing?
Because I was also there for 3 nights. Yes. But okay, on my feet, I'm wearing Luso Cloud Slippies because we are in my home. Welcome to longtime listeners and watchers of the podcast. You haven't been in my home since April 2024. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
On the coffee walls, Throwing Fits pod shorts and Hanes boxers. Then a Graziano y Gutierrez t-shirt. And a Orly mohair long sleeve polo. And that's it. No jewels either. And sipping on a hydro flask of Greenpoint's finest.
You mentioned
the water's so much better here than Lower East Side, by the way.
Oh, you mean and in Greenpoint.
Yeah, you can really taste the super fun.
I have some Miami Tap also in the exact same hydro flask. Let me do a little taste.
I'm not a fan of Miami Tap. Miami Tap is kind of ass. I assume it's because it's like there's just like horrendous chemicals leaching into the water.
Yeah, it's all
and like ass runoff possibly from just like raw sewage.
Yeah. No, it's not
base notes of ass when you're sipping on Miami Tap.
It's not particularly good, but you saying Graziano y Gutierrez made me remember the funniest thing about the Dominican sushi hookah bar is that it's named after DJ Tiesto. It's called El Tiesto Cafe.
Wildfire.
So it's just a tribute to a Swedish guy, right?
I think that's Avicii, but I don't know. A lot of restaurants in Miami just have people's names in the title.
Yeah, they're mad literal. Sorry, I'm just looking up.
Are you looking this up?
Tiesto nationality. Tiesto is Dutch. Okay. Got it.
Same shit.
Yeah, honestly. Oh, white European. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like every restaurant in Miami is like Sushi by Jun Takahashi or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, honestly, dude, there's some big franchise opportunities down here for fashionism.
Yo, everything. I mean, this is true. This is just like a general trend in food and hospitality, but everything is like just like New York or LA IP, just ported over to Miami. Carbone being an obvious one, but like there's a Wolf
Roberta's.
Roberta's. There's a fucking
Joe's Pizza.
Wolf Mother from LA. Jean Georges is putting up some residences.
I know. We passed by them last night. I don't think they're built yet.
No.
It's been like, I think they were saying they've been building it for like 5 years. I mean, every skyscraper here has been in the process of being built for a decade. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway, no, you're absolutely right. The IP franchising is like, that's the thing. It's the cottage industry, 100%.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's because a lot of people moved from New York, LA to Miami to lean into the chaos and taxlessness and cryptoness of it all.
Right.
In the warm weather,
Yeah, the guy trying to rent me a McLaren last night outside of the bar was like, I was like, oh, I don't drive. I'm from New York. And he was like,
I'm fucking hammered right now. Was he trying to rent you a McLaren to drive home that night?
No, this is just like they literally park the fleet outside of the bar and just clearly are looking for like the most pathetic guy. Hello, hey, hand up, that's me, and be like, yo, you definitely want this. You think this is cool and this will get you pussy. But he
were you wearing like a clown suit or something?
No, I was dressed fairly low key for Larry even. But he was like, oh, I'm also from New York. So I was like, there you go.
Yeah,
he's a transplant.
Oh, hey, I'm also Jewish. Oh, well, you're just like me, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, I did not rent the McLaren.
Why not? How much was it?
I didn't even ask, but he followed. He's like, yo, what's your Instagram? And he like followed me, and I didn't follow him back. But I don't know if anyone is interested. I can provide the information in the
I had
DMs.
you know how like old drug dealers would text you from time to time, be like, "Yo, MLK Day special, we got that Freedom Ring pack."
Yo, just checking in, bro.
Yeah,
I
we
have
got
a
that.
dream that everyone is yipped up.
I know. I got a Dream Kush, half off. Uh, got that Selma sour, but
Yeah,
I had an exotic car guy because I had to rent a bunch for Def Jam for like
right.
some music videos, some shit, and it was like sketchy as hell. Shout out to
Sure.
Team Victor, friend of the podcast. He's like, "Yo, I want to drive this Ferrari." I'm like, "Bro, we do not have the insurance to drive this. This is just here to like be parked and
Parked.
like for
Yeah.
like for like the broke rappers that you just signed to like pose in
Sure.
for their what was the opposite of TikTok?
Uh,
Not the
oh,
opposite, but
you mean that was Triller? It was black guy TikTok,
Triller.
black
Yes.
person TikTok, I should say. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
For your Trillers. And then he drove it, and I was like mad shook because I was like, it's on my fucking corporate credit card. If there's like anything
Yeah.
goes wrong, I'm fired. Anyway, that guy would hit me from time to time, be like, "Yo, I got Ferraris, Lambos, Benz, Bentley, big bodies.
Nice.
Let me know what you need." I'm like, dude, I live in Greenpoint.
Yeah. I literally live in a place you can't pronounce, dude.
I'm sipping tap water in those places you can't pronounce.
Yeah. That's cool. At least you got a guy. What is he saved in your phone as? Whipsman?
Whoa, careful now.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, was he a white guy?
No.
Okay, so I take that back.
Maybe it might have been from like the Middle Eastern region of the world.
Yeah, not the day to drop Whipsman on Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yeah. He's not Delancey Car Service. I'll tell you that much.
No, that sounds like something completely different. More of
Should I search exotic in my text?
I mean, maybe. Let's see what we get. Let's see what
I got exotic.
beautiful babies pop up.
Should I search foreign in my text?
Just foreign shorties, baddies.
Yeah, I don't know if I have. I'm going way back. Why is there so much exotic mentions in my texts?
I don't know.
I feel like Larry at the strip club,
Whoa.
Miami strip club. Yo, did you go to Booby Trap?
Nah, but we definitely were following along because for a second there we thought it burned down.
It didn't?
No, it was so Metro Boomin, the yacht that Metro Boomin rented.
Yes.
That was parked out back in the water behind Booby Trap exploded. And I guess the people were afraid that could Booby Trap could catch on fire, but they put the fire out on the yacht, but evacuated the club, and then everyone was obviously throwing money in the street, and that's like what went viral because they were still because Metro had rented out Booby Trap that night. My question though is, do you think Drake tried to blow up Metro Boomin's yacht on purpose?
No, is that what the Drake fans are all? Is that what the Drake subreddit is going in on, Lawrence?
No, that was Joe and I were following along, and that was the theory that he put forward. But what I mentioned was that Drake loves booby traps, so I don't think he would want to put any of those beautiful babies at risk or burn down their place of business. So I'm going to say that is a conspiracy theory and not an actual attempt at murder.
Okay, here is from 2018. The times that exotic was mentioned in my text messages. This is me texting two former coworkers. I want to bring some exotic cars to the parking lot. Chops, bring the exotic Kush. And then I texted someone the website to gothamdreamcars.com, exotic car rental in LA. This is me. What do you estimate the spend is on exotic cars, including deposits? I texted Sponto, Big Rip. Any chance you got the plug on any exotic car rentals in LA?
He's more of a lowrider guy.
And then this is the so I like produced like a schedule, just like filmable moments for this fucking like doc series we did. Monday basketball, Tuesday barbershop. We got a mobile barber to come to the studio. People cuts in the fucking back of the van with the fake Supreme cake.
Real quick, how many stereotypes are we? How many stereotypes are you about to run through in this itinerary?
This is just good for stereotypes for good TV. Yeah, okay. I don't know.
Basketball barbershop,
weed man, video game tourney, Friday exotic cars, Saturday grilling, Sunday tattoos / chaining ceremony. I wanted to have exotic cars early, but Steven Victor insisted they be there the one day that he's at rap camp.
Got it. Wait, so everyone, the Def Jam signings at Rap Camp did get changed. There was a chaining day.
I don't think so.
Oh, bummer.
And
There was no
then
budget.
no, it
You
really
spend it
wasn't.
all on exotic cars for Steven Victor.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. Anyway,
Your
what are we talking
job.
about?
You're doing your job.
Yes.
We're doing a fit check. That's all.
Oh, fit check complete. What are you sipping on? You sipping on? You still booze free?
No,
You're 6 days into the vacay. How much you been drinking?
not a lot, honestly.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I actually got a great piece of advice from the Substack comments after we talked about how like I wanted to obviously, get my health shit going in the new year. His recommendation was ranch waters, which I actually hadn't had in a long time, and not that obviously like I'm still drinking, but I was having when we were at the Standard before we migrated over to Joe and Libby's crib. I was doing like a three ranch waters at the pool during the day, and then spicing them up with jalapeno. So that was my drink
Later
of
on.
choice.
Wait, so you do 2 or 3 days before dinner?
Yeah, and then at dinner, just like a couple glasses, like a glass, like maybe a bottle of wine, or but just a couple glasses, nothing crazy. I will say, I did not bring any workout clothes, and I haven't worked out at all. But my like little thing that I'm doing to like making me feel better is that when I was at the Standard, I was going to the sauna and doing a session there, and then here there's a steam room. So I've been
Bro, I
doing
was telling you about the sauna in the Standard is fucking fire. I mean, it's not whatever, it's fine, but it's like big, it's
yeah.
empty, because everyone's just getting lit by the pool, and it's fucking gas. Not literally, but it's not one of those.
Do you have a preference of what do you like better, that like the dry sauna or the wet steam room?
I used to like wet pause, but I think that it's actually pretty bad for your lungs.
Really?
I'm whatever. I'm sure that's just like faux bullshit health and wellness. But I think the dry sauna, I'm coming around on dry sauna. Also, I just started leaking. I don't know if I told you this, but last week, 2 weeks ago, I did this like 1 hour hot sauna, cold plunge, like you pay $50 and you just get access to that. Bro,
Yeah.
I was, oh my God, talk about leaking. The one, okay, real quick, the one fitness thing I did in Miami was I went to a hot power yoga flow class.
At the Standard?
No,
Oh,
I
sorry,
did
you
not go to
were
the Standard.
right. I forgot you were staying somewhere else. My bad.
No, just like at a yoga studio.
Did it kill
And
you?
uh there were moments where I was like, I'm gonna pass out.
That's not. Were you hydrating while doing this, or are you supposed to do
No,
it?
no, I was not.
Okay,
And what's
that
funny is that like the
might be a problem.
yeah. Also might be a problem is I don't know if my computer's charging. She might fucking crap out any second now. The perils of live Zoom podding, am I right?
Yeah.
The guy was just like, I want to do more yoga. And in the rare times I do it, I kind of love like making up a story of the yoga teachers in my head. Like, who the fuck are these guys? Like the dudes, like the women, whatever. But when it's a guy, I'm like,
They don't.
how
You're
do
saying
you?
that women don't deserve a backstory?
No, I'm pretty sure I already know what the backstory is. But with the guy, I'm like,
Okay.
who the fuck is this guy? Like, how did he get here? How did this become his path in life?
Trying to get pussy.
And
What do you mean?
well, the one guy, like, I went to his, I was kind of shook, so I like went to their IG and then like found this instructor, and he's like, yeah, I got in trouble back home in Ohio, and yoga saved my life, bro.
Wow,
Like, he
that's
was kind of
cool.
a fucking mean jock. He's like,
He's a Chad yoga instructor whose
yeah, he
life
kind
was
of did
saved
this
by
like
yoga.
he kind of did this like football coach thing. He's like, we'll do vinyasa flow all day, or we'll do chittarada or whatever. We'll do
All
chittarada
day.
flow all day until we get it. Like I'm not. I'm in no rush. Like we're a collective. Like if you want to just do it on your own, like that, then we're all gonna be doing this all day just because of you. It's like, bro, what?
Why?
And
He's
like,
like low key harshing the vibes.
yeah, dude. And then
High
and then
key.
there's like a 65-year-old woman next to me, and he would like come over and like tap her shoulder with his foot, like kind of like kick her a little bit, like when you like to like get her like aligned and shit.
He's
And then
bullying
every so
her.
often he'd be like, all right, left hand by the left foot, travel up to the top of the mat, and then every so often he would just hit us with a very nice.
He busts out the Borat.
Yeah,
Wow, this guy. Honestly, you know what? You're right. I needed the backstory is so crucial because
yeah.
this guy's a unicorn. He's a one of one.
And it's like, dude, I know that the wokeness era is over. The DEI hires are getting slashed. Lawrence is down in Miami celebrating the dawn
Wow.
of a Trump 2. But it's like you could have a Kazaki influencer in here, with the BBL. By the way,
By the way,
Jesus Christ.
By the way, Joe and Libby's apartment in this beautiful building that I'm not going to say the address of, it's literally them, wonderful, beautiful couple, and then everyone else is an OnlyFans model. It's incredible.
Yeah, insane. Miami holds
up. The pool scene has been quite fun. I'll say that.
Oh, so there's like a pool at the.
It's nice as dude. The building that they live in, from the lobby to the amenities to the pool, it's like literally one of the nicest pools I've ever seen. It's just like, and it wasn't even like that. It hasn't even. Well, I guess the weather's been kind of crappy. I mean, you experienced this when you were down here as well. But no, and they had a DJ yesterday on Sunday at the pool, which is pretty annoying.
Yeah, I've heard enough light techno to last me a fucking lifetime.
More like house music, I feel like, is the vibe down here right
now. Whatever. Yeah. I can't differentiate. Although I'm a big raver now, thanks to this week's guest on the Only Podcast Matters, FKA Twigs.
That's right, guys. This was a big one. I mean, the episode speaks for itself, but she was fucking awesome, dude. Yeah. And the record. Yeah. And the record.
I know. Early contender for album of the year.
I saw you added her to the 50s.
I think she had I did. I think she had a rave last night. And I was contemplating just going straight to the fucking ravioli from LaGuardia.
From the tarmac to the rave, dude.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the Toomey. Pull up with the Toomey at the rave. But unfortunately, the weather was such shite that I got in pretty late and was just happy to go. Just happy to survive landing in the snow. Legit a runway covered in like 3 to 5 inches of snow and just scared? Like surviving. I was a little shook.
I mean, I guess that's treacherous. I mean, they would have to divert the plane if they like couldn't land, right? You have to.
Well, it was either risk landing in the snow or divert to Philadelphia. And if they're going to divert us to Philadelphia, I might have bum rushed the cop because I'm not.
After a Birds win too, that city, that shit's going to be burned down like LA expeditiously.
Yikes.
So between the sauna and the steam room, which I've been using as like total fake workouts, I prefer the steam room for sure, but. The sauna at the Standard, I actually was privy to a very interesting conversation that I don't want to like say has pushed me over the hairline, but 2 gay guys that, are obviously in incredible shape. They're fucking specimens. They're weapons.
How do you know you're gay? How do you know they're gay?
Come on, bro. My gaydar is incredible. Besides the fact that I didn't know my brother was gay until he turned 28.
Yeah, you famously have trash gaydar, bro.
Yeah, that's the joke.
You have worse gaydar than whoever told us to land at LaGuardia in 6 inches of snow last night.
So of the 2 buff gay guys that I was sharing the sauna with, one had the turkey transplant done, and the other guy who's clearly self-conscious about his hair. And by the way, like from a guy with a cooked hairline, even though I do love myself and I'm happy with the way that God made me, his shit still looked better than me. But they were talking about it, and the only drawback that this guy, the post-op guy, was focused on was how itchy it gets and how you can't like scratch it. But the way that, and I've seen every fucking video about how, speaking of from the tarmac to the rave, tarmac to the fucking hotel to the procedure, then they put you back on the plane. It's a meme at this point. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I should do it. I know like a bunch of, was it Barstool dudes like all did it for content, so like that idea now has kind of been done, but it would be hilarious.
The first guy to do it for content, well, first of all, everyone that does it now does it for content, but the first guy that really did it for content was fucking Logan Paul's sidekick who used to date Lana Rhoades. What's his name?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
He's like from Impulsive.
Yeah, that guy.
Our fellow podcaster brother in arms.
Yeah, but okay, so you're actually considering it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, the way he was talking about it was so
eavesdropping on 2 guys jerking each other off in the sauna. Actually.
First of all, the gay sex goes down in the steam room because you have the cover of steam. No one is. Oh,
gotcha.
The sauna is a respectful realm of no sucking and fucking.
Well, also the dry heat would cause a lot of callousing, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've just been leaving the steam room. I'm just fucking drained, and I'm sore. I'm strained. I can't figure out why. But I don't know. I was listening. I'm definitely like just kind of taking mental notes, and I'm like, if I could get it done in like the P. Johnson natural way, which is also funny because I'm in Miami. This is like also the capital of hair transplants, at least in the first 48. Here at home versus abroad. I don't know, man. It's like if you told me that if I could drop like 3 racks, or maybe I could get an influencer deal, and it's not gonna be like that bad. I mean, I guess I'll look crazy on pod for 6 months. That's
That's a
the
long
only.
time.
Yeah, no, that's
That's a long time.
the only drawback. Because like I used to think that like you couldn't wear hats like at all, but I think like now there's a phase within like those first couple months where you can start wearing hats, and I'm like, if I can
I
get it
don't
done
know.
naturally,
There's also like I feel like veneers are a good kind of like parallel cautionary tale
right?
where now I mean look, people with the fucking it's a veneer, it's a pandemic, right? Veneer aside, but I don't know, I just feel like at your age it sounds like you've shown some signs of maturing recently, the first time in a few decades,
38 years nearly. Yeah,
worrying about your health, worrying
yeah.
about your appearance, worrying about your longevity, planning
My future.
planning a football viewing on your wife's birthday.
Yeah.
So, you still got some growing to do.
If we turned it into a business trip, what procedure would you get done?
Well, hold on, I'm not there yet. I just
Oh,
think that like I saw someone on there, they posted, they're like, yeah, like, I have an adult forehead. Like it just like I wonder if
a
all the
mature
guys getting
forehead.
transplants now are going to just look a little weird and off as they get older.
Probably. I
Like
think
the
it
guys
depends
with
on.
veneers now look like fucking horses.
Yeah, I mean, with the hairline shit, it's like how Cro-Magnon are you going? Like, are you literally like, and that's obviously a bad hair train. If it doesn't look natural, then I don't know why you would do it. Because to me, it's like you go through that whole process, even if it's not painful, it's definitely annoying, and you look crazy for 6 months, only to then like come out the other side looking like Fred Flintstone. I don't know why you would do that, but I think that comes down to the doctor and like the arrangement with the patient, where the doctor at some point needs to be like, "Yo, this looks crazy. We should not do this." Like it's like, I'm not going to give you tits that big. Like you're going to
Which I
be
don't
a
know if
freak.
cosmetic surgeons are known for their restraint.
That's fair. You got to find the right guy naturally.
Yeah, Doctor Istanbul.
Yeah. So what would you do
No,
if we made it a group trip?
probably nothing.
Hmm. That's honestly
Oh,
like
my dick's too big. I'd probably get my dick shrunk.
yeah, do they do dick reduction surgery? Can I get
Yeah,
my balls shrunk a little bit?
yeah. My balls are. I just tripped over my balls, Doc. Can you
Yo, they
shrink
do
them down?
this
Can you go to
for
the steamer? Just go to the steam room and get your balls sucked. Like
yeah, right.
that's how you get them shrunken.
Yeah, for a lot cheaper, typically free, in my understanding. You can get a beard transplant too.
Oh yeah, what are you trying to say?
I'm saying, would you ever want like a full beard?
No, I don't think. I really don't think I get anything done.
Okay.
Maybe some like eye bag removal if that's possible.
Where they put like cells from other places under your eyes.
I don't know. I know you're
That
not familiar with the
honestly,
concept of removing bags, but I don't know.
what you could do is you can combine the dick reduction surgery with the eye, but they take cells from your cock and they put them under your eyes.
Yeah,
So you can
that's what
kill
I'd
two
want.
birds with one stone.
That's what I'd want. Maybe I'll get a
Yeah.
fake jaw.
A fake jaw. Yo, that you can get that too, right?
Yeah, chin surgery, jaw shit here,
They like
whatever.
they'll turn you into handsome Squidward.
I'm gonna get handsome the old-fashioned way, Lawrence, by mouth taping,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Did you
That's my
mouth
one
tape on
hope.
vacation?
What?
Did you mouth tape on vacation?
I was forgetting because I would like fall. We like go to dinner, come back, watch like Southern Hospitality or Southern Charm, and then just fall asleep in bed.
Southern Charm, not bad. What do you think so far this season?
I think it's good. I think it's really good.
Agreed.
It's just like it's setting up. I don't know. Well, speaking of which, I was in Miami. I didn't run into you, but I was at a restaurant called Sonny's. I know you were there. I was just getting a drink before actual dinner. I didn't get dinner at Sonny's, which I guess is like a great steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. But I'm walking up to the bar and I look to my left and I'm like, who's that? Is that Craig from Southern Charm? Who's that
No.
handsome man? What? Is that bad?
Well, you can continue.
It was Dougie Schlossman in the flesh.
I don't think he looks like Craig. You think he looks like Craig? Maybe when he had
I
longer
said, who's
hair.
that? No, but I was like, is that Craig Conover? No, he's too handsome to be Craig Conover. Also, is Craig from Southern Charm making out with that dude?
Is that why Paige broke up with
Is
him?
that
Because he's fucking gay? So you saw my brother and you met his new boyfriend.
I ran into your brother. I think that he saw me first, and I glanced at him and was like, "Is that fucking?" And then like looked back and I was like, "Oh, Doug!" And he was wearing the Throne Fits,
Yeah,
rosewood. What do we call it? Rosewood.
yeah, Rosewood work shirt. Yeah,
Rosewood work shirt. I'm like, nice fucking shirt, dude.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's perfect, easy, breezy, beautiful for this humid, muggy Friday, Saturday night. I forget what night it was. Met his boyfriend. They were, I think they tried to walk in and the matron was like, yeah, we can have a table ready for you in 5 hours.
Well,
like,
yeah, he told me so.
We'll just get some fucking starters.
Yeah, well, that's the thing
bar.
is that well, first of all, the next time you come, you should eat there. I mean, again, I'm no gourmand. It's the best meal that I've had it in a long time, regardless of like the city I've been in. It was really good. If you do walk in without a res, you can sit in that like courtyard area, but you're right, you cannot order any entrees out there. And
that's what happened to your brother. So
yeah, but I
no
will
steak,
say,
no steak. You can't get steak.
yeah, I literally had. And I guess they have a certain allotment of this every night. So like when the server came over and was like, reading us the riot act with the specials and recommending wine and all this stuff, there's this Australian Wagyu beef tartare. And she was like, we have 2 orders left. She's like, do you want one of them before like we run out? And we're like, is it worth it? She's like, yeah, it's spectacular. And it is literally the best beef tartare I've ever had in my life. And the best way I can describe it, and I don't know if this is going to make it sound more or less appealing, but it was kind of like a beef tartare, like kind of like bruschetta type of vibe. And it was bruschetta, and it was an absolute fucking revelation, dude.
Wait, so it had like a tomato salsa?
Yeah, and then like a really great kind of drizzle of olive oil on some fucking toast, and it was just wow. And everything else we got, like from the pastas to I got a Wagyu ribeye for my entree. The sides were really good. They have a bunch of great steak sauces. I guess like when I don't know about you, but when I'm in Miami for Jenna's birthday, the way that like and it's her birthday, so I'm letting her make the reservations. Like,
it's her birthday, but it's also college championship.
Right. But either way, but which would only, by the way, if Notre Dame wins, that's like that Irish independence fucking trend being taken to the next level, presumably courtesy of the big man upstairs. Football country.
If the Irish win, aren't they mortal enemies of the U?
I think like everyone is mortal enemies of the U.
Okay.
What's the famous thing when it's like when they play Cal? It's like this big rivalry. It's like, what is it like? It's like calculus versus cocaine or something. There's like some famous slogan.
I thought it was also like it was like Notre Dame Hurricanes. There was like a 30 for 30 on this. No.
Well, the U, the fucking, what was it, like the 7th floor crew? I mean, like the U was, yeah, fucking, what do they call it? Like crime?
The convict. Oh, the Catholics versus the convicts.
Catholics versus convicts. There you
88. Go. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Technical Zoom difficulties. Haven't done this in a minute, but we're back.
Actually, you could take a tip out of the book of the guy that I witnessed at Gecko at 7:30 on a Tuesday. He was live Twitch streaming from his phone all around. He was like doing a tour of the restaurant, like live on presumably Twitch, but like just some like dweeb trash fit Alexander McQueen sneaker head ass guy, but then with like 2 prostitutes, definitely, but just like basically doing like yo, I wish you guys could like be here and like see this place is, this is Bad Bunny steak. And I was just like, this is insane, dog. It is 7:30.
This is where you want to have dinner every time you're.
And it's funny you say that because yes, and I am like happy that like I saw that, even if I like hate that guy, it does give me something to talk about on the pod. But it was hilarious because
you don't have to do your vacation just for content, bro.
No, but it is just like a funny story. And like the best part is that it's 7:30 on a Tuesday, and like the place is empty basically. And like,
did you hop on the stream?
No, I did not. Let's collab real quick, dog. No, I didn't. I did not hop on that gentleman's stream. No.
Hey, chat. W's in the chat for Larry.
Yeah. That was a fairly the restaurant looks cool. and we have given Bad Bunny his flowers.
Could you hear what your table mates were saying, or was it just like
There was no tape. There's no table mate. So there's like a little bit of music playing, but it was
no,
like
I'm saying
basic.
you weren't there with Jenna?
Oh, my
You're there by
table mate.
yourself?
I thought you meant
Just taking
eavesdropping. Yeah. No, no,
Yo,
no.
look at that fucking guy on Twitch. What a loser. You're just like by yourself, just taking notes for the pod.
Yeah, yeah, it was worse. Um, yeah, no, I could hear Jenna. The music wasn't too loud or anything like that. And then I actually saw Grutman. The final Grutman meal we had was at Casa Dona, which is amazing. But he came, so we had a reservation for 8:30, and I can only imagine that because he was there, and as soon as he like comes in, it's not like, okay, Dave Grutman is here. The restaurant like runs smoother and more efficiently now because like the big boss is in the building. It's like whatever service was going to be given to like normal people and guests, i.e., myself and our party, everything, all the attention is on Grutman. Our 8:30 reservation was honored at 10:30
Bro, why did you leave?
because we wanted to eat there. Apparently, it is very good. But in that 2 hours that we were waiting, obviously there's like a
What do you do for 2 hours?
we're just hanging out at the bar, people watching, spending time with ourselves, our
You say
friends.
anything to the staff?
So basically, every like half hour from 8:30 on, someone from our party went to the maitre d and was like, "We are here for somebody's birthday," and like we would just want to get an update. And they kept being like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, we have a table. They're just finishing dessert." But once you've been told that like 3 times, you're like, "Okay, this is clearly a lie. It doesn't take an hour and a half to finish dessert." And then on the final
I don't know.
plea,
You said the food was good. Maybe they just want to savor that last bite.
possibly, but on the final plea, they were like, "Oh yeah, we've alerted the manager. We're gonna give you like the best table." And I don't know what I was expecting like the best table to be. That was also just complete lip service. But in the 2 hours, almost probably plus, that we were waiting to get seated, two amazing things happened. One is that some poor woman either slipped or fainted and knocked herself out on like the stone patio. And so everyone's like trying to figure out like what's going on. And I guess no, they were just like, no, she's fine. She just needs to chill because nobody called the paramedic, but she was just laid out on the ground for an hour
What?
with just like
Who
her crew surrounding her, like giving her water. But I thought she like died. I was
is it?
like, no,
Because I'm sure she hadn't eaten all day and she had an 8:30 p.m.
was
reservation.
waiting. Yeah, did she
And they're
faint
like,
that she's
sorry,
famished?
bitch. Like, yeah, Groupman's in the building. And we got fucking Big Larry over there. We saw him on stream the other night, live from Gecko,
Yeah,
not
we got
with the fucking lizard. Um, Drinking splash waters or ranch waters with the fucking biggest streamer in Miami.
yeah, right. We got
Sorry, bitch. You can't, we're not gonna feed you.
we got Groot in the house and 510 Mafia, so it's going to be another 3 hours. And then the
That's
other
insane.
thing, yeah, and then
Why
the
did
other,
they move her? I feel like that's like you want the McLaren in front of the restaurant. You want some dead woman tripping
well,
over fucking.
this was in the back, and
Oh, okay,
eventually,
then it's fine.
like, we go to the bartender. I guess Joe will go to like happy hour at this place and knows one of the bartenders, and he's like, "Is this like woman like okay?" It's like, is anyone calling the paramedics? And they're like, "Yeah, no, she's gonna be fine." But she was on the ground for an hour. I kid you not. And at one point, like her legs were like it looked like she was like limp. You know what I'm like? And I'm like, uh, I was expecting to see like a pool of blood around her
Yeah.
head, like the way that she went down. But I guess she's fine.
I wouldn't know what a limp woman looks like when she's laying down, brother.
Yeah, yeah, she's
I'm
fully
not. I'm not.
starfished.
Yeah, I'm not in that type of Miami.
Yeah, she eventually, I guess, just walked out on her own accord. But an interesting development that has been happening, and this kind of culminated while, again, we're waiting to be seated at Casa Dona, is that I guess Jenna, with her, new bangs and her new swag, like she's clearly feeling herself so much that, like, in the past couple of months, and this also happened on New Year's Eve, I've witnessed more people, men, hit on my wife than like I've ever seen in my entire life, which I guess kudos to Jenna because she's like entering this like amazing phase of her life where she can't help but attract members of the opposite sex. But
Yeah, and she's
so
not. I mean, at home, her man's is just scheduling football parties on her birthday.
listen, and she's eating it up. I can only imagine. I mean, listen, it must feel good to be
Yeah,
wanted. I wouldn't know. Um,
Oh,
so I'm watching like a group of
well,
just like
maybe if your hairline was better, honestly.
yo, exactly. Another reason to go to Turkey. But so I'm watching like a group of old dudes just straight.
How
And
old?
she look and it was these are like 60-year-old like Miami guys. At least. And they were definitely like Russian or Ukrainian or with something. They're Eastern Bloc type guys.
Very nice.
Yeah, exactly, dude. He was the yoga instructor, but just only speaking in his Borat impression. Um, and I'm not like threatened by this, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't like a little bit jelly. And at a certain point, I'm like, I gotta
Wait,
like cut.
you're jealous of the attention she's getting? Like, you want women to hit on you?
No, I'm jealous of guys thinking that they have a chance with my wife. That's what I mean.
But you wouldn't be jealous unless they did. So I don't know if jealousy is the right. You're just pissed. You're just pissed at them.
Or insecure. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, a nice move that I employed that I feel like I don't know if any other guys out there will have an opportunity to do this, but and I've done something like this before, not because someone was hitting on my wife, but you and I were. I don't want to go into too many details because I would hate for this person to get outed, but a certain person. I like a little broed him with basically like fixing a detail on someone's outfit very condescendingly. So what happened was that this guy, and also like doesn't even matter if the person's like outfit is fucked up, but like his collar and his jacket was all messed up, right? So basically, say, hey, what's up, big guy?
Wait, can you? Sorry, before you get into sunning him, like you were there. You were like there when they started hitting on your wife.
We're at the bar,
Okay.
next to the dead woman. And
Yes.
it's four of us, the two couples, and we're on like I'm with Joe on one side of the bar ordering drinks
With the boys.
with the boy. Libby was engaged with some new friends that she had met at the bar because again we're just like posted up there, and then Jenna is
forever.
Like,
you ran out of shit to talk about with each other.
And then Jenna's around the corner just getting fucking hit on by three Borats. So I see what's happening. But I'm let her cook. I'm letting her cook. Whatever. So
okay,
anyway.
sorry. Okay, scene has been set.
Right. So first step is sorry to like you act polite. This is basically how to neg a man. You're just like neg a straight guy. It's like, hey, sorry to interrupt, but my guy, or yo champ, sport, some type of condescending. You're a I got you. Your shit's all fucked up, and then you just fix his collar for him. And you could do this probably with somebody's tie, basically a piece of their garment that they can't see because it could not even be fucked up, and you could just use complete psychological warfare on this person. But I think it's like it's like an interesting way to sartorially cut somebody down and make them feel bad about themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of dangerous. You're putting hands on him.
That's the thing. The physical touch element without getting consent, right? At the same time, straight guy to straight guy, presumably.
Also, Miami consent. I don't know if that really,
Also, everyone here has guns, so there's also that. So yeah, honestly, maybe think twice and kind of like assess the scene before you attempt this. The Larry method, TM.
Yeah.
But it seemed to, and then honestly, like those guys were clearly just like. They want to talk to a pretty girl. They're hanging out. I bummed the smoke from one of those guys. They're chill. There's no issue. There's no issue at all.
Now we're gonna go watch football with them on Jenna's birthday.
Exactly. No, we're gonna go to the fucking going to the El Tiesto Cafe, dude. Those guys would fucking they had hookah written all over them. But yeah, it was just like
you could have said something like, "Hey man, yo, where'd you get your hairline transplant? I'm looking for a more affordable option."
This guy was full cue ball.
Oh, sick.
Where did you go? I'm not trying to go to that guy.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I'm looking for a more affordable option. Or I like your shirt. Like, I'm actually trying to cut down on my spending. Like, what do you recommend?
But yes, but I just think it is interesting as like a clothing obsessed dweeb, how you can still use that knowledge to then alpha, a guy who doesn't give a fuck that his collar is fucked up in his sport coat. But
or this guy was like, wow, this guy really cares about clothes.
He's gay as hell.
He's the gay friend of this bitch I'm gonna go fuck.
Yeah, he's absolutely no threat level detected.
Yeah, I will be having sex with his fruit fly.
Yeah,
I think is the current way we phrase it, not the old way.
The more acceptable term which is still offensive
until noon today, which I guess just happened.
Yeah. Okay. So, what other? So, we both ate at Walrus Rodeo. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was really good.
You got pizza?
We got a pizza. The beef carpaccio is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun. It felt like an actual restaurant, not like a fucking club, right?
Right.
Club
Totally.
with food. I mean, I didn't really go club food. I tried to, because this was a kind of a last minute trip, just like a get out of the cold for a few nights. You know, Larry's on sabbatical. Let me take some time off as well. Last minute tried to get into Chateau Zizi's.
Okay. So tell me how that went for you, because I have a story about that place as well.
Well, we didn't go. I mean, it was either like you could get dinner here at 5:30 or like 10 o'clock. And I'm not out here trying to do 10 p.m. dinners.
Same.
That would require a bang bang with dinner number one. Tried to see if a homie had the plug. They were not able to execute because it was like day of, which is totally fine. But I wasn't going to sacrifice, like, there were like all the ridiculous restaurants you can eat there at 10 o'clock if you want. And like, had friends that the night before, they're like, yeah, we're going to Zizi's, but we're eating at 10:30 because that's like the only thing on Resi. Although I did hear about this thing called Res E, like Res Y. There's Res X.
Ooh.
Actually heard about this in the sauna. Think of all the good intel you pick up in the sauna.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like the secondhand buying and selling and trading reservations, which is fucking bullshit and evil.
Yeah.
And just like indicative of the Trump coin world that we're in, which, by the way, what a fucking miss. Wish I had copped some Trump coin.
I know,
although
dude,
I guess it's back to dick now. But what was I gonna say? Oh, so if you can't make a reservation for whatever reason, instead of paying the fee, like the cancellation fee, which you rightfully should be charged if you're going to make a reservation and then bail, for the inconvenience of the restaurant and their planning and everything, this exchange called Res X, you can list your reservation and then someone takes it for free. And so all that happens is that you don't, as the original reserver, you don't have to pay the reservation fee. As the acquirer of the reservation, you just have like a last minute reservation at like some hard to get spot.
Right. I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
Res
it's in
X.
New York. It's in New York, Miami, and London. No restaurants available in Miami, so I think it's really caught on down there. But like, there's a few in New York. I've been
it's a startup.
A little bit.
It's a startup. Yeah. Give them some time. Last year, this time we went to Chateau Zizi as well. We're all like gussied up.
Yeah.
No, so we went in. We walked in. We understood that it would be the kind of place where we're going to wait a long time, but we're going to go to the bar. We're going to chill.
As if you had a reservation at Casadona.
Exactly. And I have, and I could be kind of exaggerating this because it's been a year, but we had such a bad experience with the way we were literally treated like street urchins. Like the fact that we had the gall to walk in and think that at any point there was going to be an availability, and they like treated us like fucking dog shit. And it was like it like legitimately hurt my feelings.
Okay, well, one, you're too sensitive. Two, also, like, isn't that just par for the course with any of these club restaurants?
I don't know. I just think
whether it's like when it has like a club impresario's name in like David Grootman in the title. And that's what I liked about we were like, oh, let's go to Zizi's if we can. It's absurd. We'll have a fucking Miami day. I was at Soho House earlier that day just to chill about. Yeah. But that's why I like, but back to Walrus Rodeo, that's why I like Walrus Rodeo, where it felt like a real restaurant.
Just a restaurant, New York spot.
Befriending the staff, like letting them, like sending some stuff, letting them try some stuff, asking for New York recommendations, etc. And then this other restaurant we went to called Tam Tam, which was like incredible Vietnamese. One of the best steak tartars I've had in a minute. Definitely with some funky flavors and herbs and spices that you probably wouldn't find in your typical steak tartare.
Mm-hmm.
But, kind of like a French Vietnamese little fusion thing. But so we were like, let's have ourselves like a fucking absurd Miami day.
Right.
Hot, sweaty yoga with Borat, with Jock Borat.
Chad Borat.
Then our hotel, it had a pool, but it like wasn't that big. And it was like and they had like beach access, but it was like a little up in the air, like first come, first serve. So we went to Soho House and just chilled by the pool.
How much does that cost to get in the door as a guest?
$0.
Really?
Unless you remember.
Oh,
I was a plus one. I was a plus one.
Got it.
Chill by the pool, just chilling on the daybed, reading my book. Yo, I'm 2 books down, bro. I'm 2 books. 2024, I sucked. I'm trying to get in my Jenna shit with my reading materials. I'm 2 books down 20 days into January.
Damn, dude, you're on a fucking tear. What's the crap? I've heard that the Soho House Miami situation is actually like, and I know we're setting the bar low because we're talking about Soho houses. I've always heard that that's actually like, this might be the wrong word, but like it has the coolest crowd of all the Soho houses. Can you confirm or deny that?
I mean, better than New York. Low key, kind of like family friendly. Even though no kids allowed after 12, but kind of like, I don't know, people in there, not people like trying to fucking party. I mean, this is also at like noon.
Right.
There was a DJ. At one point, we were in the fucking club, and we were like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Right.
At lunch, I went to the bathroom, and as I was walking back, there were 2 like Borat ass like Russian guys in like a Miami Beach like sparkly hat.
Fuck yeah.
Pink sweatsuit blazer.
Fire.
And his friend, I forget who he was wearing, but he basically like walked up to our table and just like ogled the girl I was with. And was just like,
damn.
I mean, no words were exchanged.
Right. Well, it sounds like they got dressed in Dime Square.
I was kind of like about to be like, do I like, yeah, definitely. I was like, damn, this guy's got some fire fucking Ontuka Tigers on.
Yeah. Were you? So then we're not jealous, but did you have a moment where you're like, yo, I got to say something to this guy?
I was like, oh, I'm going to have to like walk up to the table and like say something. What am I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say.
Right. But he bounced.
I was like, yeah, how's it going? He bounced. At the pool, it wasn't that like Miami crazy absurd. I mean, definitely a lot of like man-made humans walking by
and
a lot of like Zempi bodies and bikinis. You know, where like shit, clearly this person went through a massive physical change recently. The bikinis themselves, very, very little
scant,
very little textile used. The production cost must have been zilch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild. But the beach,
good for the environment.
But the beach scene, that's where like shit was like fucking pretty absurd.
Okay.
Just like, yeah, just everyone just trying to flex, wear ridiculous shit. Fashion wise, though, I think the worst shit I saw was actually at that Steakhouse Sonny's. We're just sitting at the bar. You know, you have a straight view of like everyone entering and like checking with the maitre d' and like being shown to their seats. The amount of not even skinny jeans, but like legging jeans,
it's crazy,
into either driving shoes or like terrible sneakers, like luxury sneakers, was fucking nuts.
Yeah,
it legit was like it was like 7 in a row of like legging jeans and driving loafer shoes, and this wasn't on like old dudes, just on like young guys with like that were like dressed up to go to dinner at the club strand. You know, like guys in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah, that young guy going outfit is it's weirdly like getting like worse for sure. I saw all like, and I'm seeing that at Casadona as well. You know, like basically everyone milling around the maitre d' like trying to get into this place. Like it's like a sport coat. Like I like the idea of like just the idea of a guy wanting to get like dressed up for dinner, but when that sport coat is like a weird athletic synthetic material and like 8 sizes too small, I'm like, this is absurd. But yeah, it's weird. I know that everything is going to be tighter and smaller in Miami, and that there's going to be like terrible
guys and girls.
Yeah, right. And like there's going to be terrible conspicuous consumption in terms of like high-end sneakers or like giant terrible Rolex Yachtmaster watches or whatever. But it's it's like I think it's getting, and maybe that's because like you and I, like as we like continue to come down here with, luckily enough, blessed, a little more money in our pocket, and we go to like higher end spots, like you're seeing like more rich guys that are clearly new money with no taste.
Yeah, you see that like I was at Joe's and you see like all the old farts, you know, like old captains of industry, like in similar fits, and it's like, yeah, but they're like old and it's okay,
right?
But then the other side of the spectrum was we were walking around the design district on like the day that it was kind of rainy, And there's like two types of fits that you see on like the quote unquote younger people. Either like I'm assume real chrome hearts, which on like Brad from Ohio that's like moved down here looks fucking like chrome hearts head to toe looks good if you're a 4G seller or a rock star or a rapper even, right? If you're just like a guy and you're just wearing chrome hearts,
yeah,
you look fucking absurd. And you're just talking like, oh yeah, like maybe tonight we'll get some apps for everyone before we get into like the main course. And it's like while wearing chrome hearts, what the fuck is going on?
Did you go to the store? I saw you because I walked by it as well. And obviously there's that great meme.
Walked by it. Just we got lunch at Mandolin, Aegean Bistro, whatever the fuck, good Greek spot that's like down the street.
I went to the sister restaurant last night.
Oh yeah,
Doya, very good.
Walked by, just took the pic for the bit of recreating the dog shitting in the Chrome Heart store. I had no desire to go in, but so then I got some Big Face coffee. I got the Jimmy Butler bean juice.
Oh yeah,
and that's in like I think like Hypebeast Central Design District where there's like a Kith right there.
Oof.
Yeah, like it's a huge Kith. There's like every luxury store has a spot there. And then it's kind of guys in like the Miami version of like Ame Leon Dor.
Yeah,
you know,
not for sure. I've seen both as well. What's interesting about the Chrome Hearts Miami store, and I might be talking out of my ass, but like with Chrome Hearts stores, depending on like where they are in the world, I think there's different policies where like some places appointment only. I think that's one where you can probably walk off the street and walk in, hence why you're going to see, because they're probably selling like truckers and hoodies and t-shirts to all these fucking bozos for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's about the size of the store and the staffing.
Yeah.
I think again, probably talking about us. I think Aspen might be one of the only appointment only ones.
Okay.
But I think appointment only.
New York?
Yeah.
Maybe the one up, because aren't there two in New York now? I don't even know, but I think one.
Bro.
Yeah.
According to Tank, Chrome is dead.
Yeah, maybe with my totally free
can I
schedule.
say the Jimmy Butler Big Face coffee? Pretty good.
Oh yeah. What do you just get, like a hot black coffee? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Good
Not
coffee.
bad.
Took bad long, but they took their time. It was a pour over.
Okay. I wonder what's going to happen to that when he fucking finally gets traded, dude. When he fucking flees down.
He'll open one up in LA or some shit. I don't know.
Honestly, was it not crowded because people fucking hate him in Miami right now?
I don't think the people there were Miami locals.
No one here is, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
They're they fucking displaced all these fucking Cubans, dude. Now we just got fucking Dominican sushi hookah bars and fucking Jimmy Butler coffee shops, dude. It's bullshit.
I guess that's
what happened to the real Miami.
I know. I guess that's the thing in LA.
See no Jews
on South Beach. That's the thing in LA now is everyone's like, yo, all the transplants. Like LA never complains about the transplants, right? But now people are like, all the transplants like moved home to like Texas or Ohio and left us to like deal with this fucking bullshit.
Right.
So yeah, welcome to New York City on Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, as always, New York City. We did it first.
Yeah, I don't know what else happened.
I'm trying to think.
What's this lesbian couple that you ran into? How many fucking friends did you make?
Oh, this is great. You're going to love this because it's actually this is a compliment to you. So before we went to Sonny's, Jenna and I grabbed a drink at that bar that's trying to be like a speakeasy at the Standard, which actually like has amazing apps and great cocktails, and I highly recommend it. And you can just go there even if you're not staying at the hotel. But
dude, why are speakeasies a thing in Miami now?
Because they just discovered them as a cool trend. Do you think they just discovered them from 2010, or do you think that they somehow had a resurgence 15 years later in Miami? I don't know, but it is. I want to say it's them being behind the curve because they're very mixology coded.
For sure, but that's like, I understand them being a few years late, but being like 15 years too late, bro?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. All these guys just started getting money and they can fucking afford to buy a $38 cocktail now. I don't know. With Trump coin.
We're about to see shishito peppers everywhere.
But anyway, so we go down there and it was a night that they had like live music. There was a singer. And what was funny about her is that she's dressed the way that Jenna described her is she was dressed like a Mormon woman, like the person who would go door to door and like try to fucking, tell you about the Church of Latter-day Saints. But
I don't think they let women do that.
That's the whole thing. When you do missionaries,
I think it's just dudes.
No, I mean, if you've seen the movie Heretic,
I don't do missionary, bro.
If you saw, right, no starfishes for James. No, if you saw the movie Heretic,
no eye contact
with Hugh Grant, it's the whole thing is the women missionaries get like trapped in his fucking twisted Reddit religion game. Anyway, so this frumpy woman is singing completely. Don't judge a book by its cover because she's belting out Keisha Cole, Sade classics. So she's crushing it. But because of the juxtaposition of what this woman looks like and how she's singing and then the song selection, we strike up a conversation with this wonderful POC lesbian couple sitting next to us. They're kind of also geriatric millennial. They're very aware of like these kind of hits from when we were growing up that this frumpy, who actually, the woman, we went to her Instagram, she's actually pretty fucking good looking. I don't know why she picked this particular look that night. I'll just say that. Maybe work on your stage presence. So we're talking to this couple for like a half an hour about music, about the scene. And then eventually one of them goes to me. She goes, "Why do I know your voice? You sound familiar." And I'm being humble. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe. I'm like, because I have a podcast. She's like, "What's the podcast called?" I'm like, "Throwing Fits." She goes, "I knew it. You do that podcast with James." And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what? And
oh no.
So I was like, fuck, dude. I'm like, all right. I'm like, yeah. I'm the other guy. I'm, Lawrence. Nice to meet you. And she goes, yeah, just listen to and when someone even says that, like, I don't know. This is a black lesbian woman, not necessarily like what I would assume to be our demo. So I'm like, that's crazy. Maybe she saw something on Instagram. The fact that she knows your name.
So she wants. No wonder she's a fan of the non-white gay one.
Right, exactly. Right. But she was like, yeah, just listen to the two-tone pod. It was fantastic. And I was like, oh, cool. But I was like, I didn't expect that. So I always love those random interactions that, you wouldn't expect. But the fact that she was like, oh yeah, you do you're with James. I'm like, oh yeah.
Maybe she just,
I'm the plus one.
You being so sensitive. I'm sure you're fucking crying on the inside, but I'm sure it was just her like phrasing it incorrectly in the moment.
No, for sure. But then Jenna's whole thing, and they're wonderful. And I wasn't really insulted or anything. I actually thought it was funny, and I wanted to relay that to you. So I'm happy you reminded me. But Jenna was like, yeah, this woman, like, it took her a half hour to acknowledge the fact that she like knew who you were. And I was like, I don't really think that's what happened. Like, cause it was pretty loud in there and we're just like having a casual conversation, but she seemed to be convinced that she like was building up courage for the half an hour to like then be
maybe,
hey, I know who who you work for. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was just a fun one. And then Jenna's whole thing, which I hate, and I can't believe I'm exposing myself, is that anytime I'm like, I don't know, not in like the best mood on these trips, and not for any reason, or maybe I'm just like chilling and being reserved.
You haven't had your ranch waters yet.
Yeah, exactly, right. Her whole thing is that she's like, oh, Larry's mad because he didn't get recognized enough. And I'm like, the fuck, dude? Like, what the? I'm like, is that who you think I am? Like, that's what I need.
She's got you there.
She's got me fucking clocked and down. I mean, listen, she does know me better than anyone, I guess, besides you or my brother and my parents. So yeah, but I'm like, that's not. I don't go to Miami to be like, hey, is anyone gonna?
Hello,
I'm here. Larry's here.
Hello. Anyone see the dead lady over there? I did. Yeah, it is nice
James
to,
and the other guy.
Yeah. I think. Speaking of recognized, I think that I was told that I got recognized by like the one like guy that had pants that were a acceptable width and loafers as he was checking into the hotel. And then
one guy wearing pants.
I know, and then not leggings, and then or meggings, and then I had a weird encounter at the airport on the way back. I was already kind of distracted because I was like, oh fuck, it's like big snowstorm in New York. Like worst case scenario, what's gonna happen? Ooh, hotel tonight, Nobu Hotel. That'd be kind of sick.
Nice.
But this guy, I'm like drinking a bottle of water. I throw it. I'm like at the garbage can. I throw it out, and I'm just like checking the app. And this guy comes up to me, or he comes up to the garbage can to throw something out, and goes, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Hey, that's it." Same guy. Handsome, tan fella, but again, in like meggings, I'm like, there's no way this guy listens to Throwing Fits if he's wearing fucking meggings. I'm going through security, and this kid, he's a kid, he's like 20, early 20s. He's like, yo, is this like how I get to my gate? And I'm like putting my shit on the conveyor belt. I'm like, what's and it's not busy, it's not crazy. So, I'm not like gonna blow them off. I've just spent a few days in the sun,
right?
Just chilling, maxing, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside my school. When this one cane guy came up to my,
he said, was up to no good.
Well, he was going to Boston. He's probably up to no good. And I'm like, oh, well, he had a paper ticket. I was like, it doesn't say where a gate is. I was like, this is for all the H. Like, look, there's a sign right there. H like 1 through like H69, whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, fuck. Am I cooked? I'm like,
chat, am I cooked?
I was like, dude, I can't help. Like, ask the TSA people like where your gate is. He's like, oh, I'll just go through. And I was like, okay.
I'll just make matters worse if this is not my terminal.
And then we go through. And I get my shit, and I turn to him like, "Good luck, bro." And he's like, "Oh yeah."
It's not that he recognized you. He just saw you as like the most readily available father figure that could like help him traverse life.
I'm looking for a mentor. Can you tell me how to get home?
Chad, am I cooked? It is funny that there are people that do talk like that.
You didn't say Chad. You just said, "Am I cooked?"
No,
like,
but I know. But just being like, "Am I cooked?" is hilarious that he said that sincerely to a stranger.
If I've been like, yeah, your gates are there. Yo, W's in the chat. W's in the chat.
W's in the chat, bro.
W's in the chat.
Skippity toilet, doggy. That's hilarious.
But I mean, the last thing that I'll say on my trip is that being Delta Diamond, I got upgraded. I got upgraded to Comfort Plus, right? To 12E.
Okay.
No, 12. Wait, 12D.
Okay.
Aisle.
Nice.
Okay. 12D. That's what I call my gigantic cock that I need to get reduced.
Yeah.
So
you're in your gigantic cocker in Comfort Plus.
Yeah, aisle, because I need to unfurl the hog and trip the drink at the bath cart. But limited recline because it's right in front of the. I'm a real autist / dad when it comes to like travel. I'm like on the apps. I'm like checking the weather.
Mm-hmm.
The Home Depot theme is playing in the background. Especially when there's like a snow tracking the storm.
Yeah, doers get shit done, bro.
Yeah, fail to plan to fail.
Mm-hmm.
Hope for the best, plan for the worst. But limited recline because I'm in front of the exit row. So I'm like, fuck that. And, it's a 3-hour flight. I'm just going to watch football on my back.
Mm-hmm.
So I move myself back to like a window seat so I can like try and also just fucking sleep. And okay, so, go to the Delta Lounge, chilling there for a little bit. I see someone I think I recognize chilling at the bar. A micro influencer celebrity. Seth Marks, husband of Meredith Marks, aka Big Mare, aka one of the members of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh shit. Your favorite.
Who, on this season, the husbands have had like a star turn.
Nice.
Like they've been beefing with each other, with the wives.
Nice.
They've gotten like way involved. They're going to be in the reunion, which I think is kind of like unheard of. They're going to be like seated at the reunion behind like their respective wives. And this guy has been like at the center of a scandal with Big Meredith because like they're low key in like a long distance relationship. He works in like Ohio, but whatever. He's like a party boy. He's like always trying to like hang out and drink.
And he's Mormon?
I don't think any of them are Mormon. Actually, no, he's Jewish because Big Mare got a bat mitzvah on this season of Real Housewives.
Beautiful.
So I kind of recognize him. Then he's on the flight, like when we finally board 3 hours late. I know. Not anyone's fault. Not the crew, not the air traffic control.
Weather. It's God. Whose ass?
Yeah, out of control. Exactly. Fuck you, God. Turns out, as I'm walking so he boards before me, as I'm walking to my seat, passed by 12F, who's sitting in 12E? Seth motherfucking Marks, bro.
Damn, bro.
I could have been sitting next to a legit Bravo celebrity, and I'm texting my reality group chat and like, James, you fucked up so bad. Like, go see if you can like get bumped up again.
Right.
See if whoever's sitting in Comfort Plus. See if whoever's sitting in Comfort Plus now wants to go sit in row 20.
Yeah, right.
With the common folk. And yeah, dude, It was a bummer because I legit would have been like, hey man, big fan.
So you've been running back like what the interaction could have been, and that's how you would open up just straight up like, yo, dude, I love you. You're the man.
Yes.
Damn.
Because he is like, yo, posy vibes only, who wants a bevy? Like he is that guy on the show. And
Damn,
then they're like, and then his wife were like, Seth, we haven't had a real conversation in months. You yeah, like please stop trying to party with the boys.
It sounds like a man after my own heart. Let's get him on the show, dude. That'd be a nice little booking.
That slight domino resulted in a few other dominoes falling, and I may have booked us a legitimate Bravo celebrity, hopefully in the next few weeks.
Okay, well, let's not spoil anything in case it doesn't happen. You know, I love to do that. It actually reminded me the craziest celeb sighting that I heard about was my brother and his boyfriend were I think it might have been the night that you ran into them at Sonny's. And then I guess after you left, it turned out that their seatmate was the one and only Gloria Estefan.
Whoa.
Right?
That's crazy. Wait, at the bar? Like at the outdoor courtyard area?
Okay, or maybe so right, good point. Maybe it was the next night they had dinner, but that was who their seatmate was, which is fucking crazy.
The dude, there's a gaggle of gays sitting between Doug's table and my table, and the main gay, the alpha gay was he's a makeup artist for a lot of the Real Housewives of Miami.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is that
so also legit a fucking star?
Didn't they cancel that and they brought it back?
No, I think they switched the cast every season, which is an interesting maneuver. And so like you have like one season to like be your fucking most vile, most like cruel, you know, most
Miami.
Vile and viral. Your most Miami to like secure the brand deals, get the following up, et cetera, et cetera. So it's got to be like extra. So I think it's like extra crazy because everyone knows they have one shot and shooters shoot filler into their lips.
Mom spaghetti type shit.
Yeah. Mom's tartar.
Maybe we can make some Gloria Estefan music, the outro. I don't know any. Then that's the other thing. I was like, how did I ask him? Like, so obviously she's iconic and like maybe she's on the Mount Rushmore of like Miami people. But I'm like, how did you like? I don't know what.
Did they say anything?
No, they didn't say anything. They were just like, I guess just basking in her aura. But they were like, my brother, he was like, yeah, I recognized her by her voice, and I'm like, oh, does she like host? Like, is she on the Voice, or is she
does she have a podcast?
Yeah, right.
Does she have a podcast with James?
Yeah, exactly. But I was like, that's crazy. I couldn't even tell you like what. Oh, I guess now that I'm looking at her, I mean, she is very, very famous. Yeah, I guess maybe I would know. I don't know. Dude, shout out to last week, Ralph Lauren. Gloria Estefan is also a Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient.
There you go.
Damn,
dude. Class with Ralph.
A fucking legend. I think that's basically everything that happened in Miami. Do you want to talk about the GQ Bodie Super Bowl fashion show promo?
Oh man. Well, I want to talk about more. I mean, okay. What do you have to as the resident big Bodie dasher? You here to fucking dance on some graves?
No, I just can't. I mean, the comments on that post are hilarious because, I mean, I get it. Like, you know, Emily Bodie and Will Welch like have to do that, but it was just a hostage video. It was so.
I mean, the best is that I
couldn't look away.
They must have recorded that like at least half a dozen times, and that was like the take that they went with.
The best take, bro. It's brutal.
I'm trying to. Did they take it down?
I hope they did, or they probably took it. Maybe it was, dude. It was terrible. It's the worst promo I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yo, they might have.
They should know that.
I think they might have taken it down. Was it not? Was it on GQ? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I wonder if it's
like GQ Sports.
I wonder if it's on their recently reinstated TikTok. I mean, it was I've never seen less energy in my entire life.
Yo, I think they took it down. Holy shit!
I mean, it deserved to be.
I mean, I'm scrolling through their reels, and then maybe it's like it's wild. I mean,
I'm over the intersection of sports and fashion, bro. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, can you really blame them for not being that excited about like trying to make sports and fashion a thing?
Sorry, you made a great point in our group chat when this was getting fucking, speaking of cooked. What were the sponsors? Are it's a cell phone sponsor?
It's hold on. It's a Hyundai, right?
Yeah.
It's
Samsung.
Hyundai, it's Samsung, and it's a liquor brand. And I said, like, someone's like, who's sponsoring this? And I said, it's gonna be some,
Yeah.
as we always say, it's gonna be some fucking tequila Ponzi scheme that is like not gonna exist in a year.
Yeah.
That just wants to. Okay, here we go.
It's a whiskey Ponzi scheme.
All right, so I sent the link. I didn't send the
Oh, so is the link
IG reel?
So click on that and see if it's live. That's how you would know. Unless it's completely dead, like you said. That's great. If they deleted it, I hope they deleted it, honestly.
Kind of weird, no?
I mean, it was getting clowned so hard. Like and oh my god, Will Welch used, and shout out Will, we love Will. Will used the word crash. And the Super Bowl is in New Orleans, and someone clearly pointed out that was a crazy choice of words. Wow, they deleted it. See ya. Good. No,
they
my
fucking joke, yeeted the reel, bro.
My one joke that I got no love on, which actually, speaking of hurting my feelings, was I'm going to stream the GQ Bodie Super Bowl fashion show on my Samsung while driving my Hyundai drunk on the whiskey sponsor.
Yeah, I think that's because people were actually like, "Wait, are you actually gonna? Are you serious? Like, you actually gonna drunk driving?"
They know I don't drive. They know I don't drive.
Yeah, unless it's in a McLaren outside the club.
Right.
Trying to force this. This is wild, right? GQ sports is a thing. GQ fashion is a thing. They don't have to be, and I guess this is happening like during New York Fashion Week. We don't have to like crash these things together,
right? Exactly.
It's literally what it's going to be is a fucking train wreck. Anytime that you try so hard, okay. I mean, why not do? Do you think Lil Wayne's gonna be pissed the same way that he got pissed that Kendrick got chosen, that they're not gonna do like a truck fit fashion show?
Yeah. Or, well, here's the thing: is that from what I understand, because we went to Super Bowl last year, GQ throws like a big time Super Bowl fashion party, so they already have that presence. I guess that this is like clearly with the sponsors, like the next level, the evolution of this thing. I guess the big thing as the Bodie hater is that like, so this is going to be the debut of a new Bodie like diffusion line called Bodie Recreation, which will be like probably more of this like that like old timey Nike shit that they did around the Astro Grabber. Even though I will say the apparel they did with Nike, basically like making fake Umbro short shorts, like actually, you know, I will say was probably the most wearable stuff that I've seen from Bodie that like I would actually fuck with. With that said, it's like the fact that the bags must be crazy for a Bodie, like a high-end brand that is held in such high esteem, to then be like, okay, we'll create a diffusion line for this one-off sports meets fashion moment that we're going to do around the Super Bowl. Like that, yeah, it's like but that. It seems like everyone is denigrating themselves.
Okay, yes, it feels like there's a ton of money sloshing around. They're doing it at a really nice hotel, like one of the nice hotels in New Orleans. I know the venue, and the venue of like where the fashion show is going to be. It just feels like cheap to be like, oh yeah, and we'll do a fashion show. Like there's enough money and like ideas running around where it's like, who's as we know from last year's Super Bowl, the Super Bowl is now a part of the cultural calendar. Right.
Decadent.
So we know there's going to be like influencers, celebs. Everyone's trying to get a bag. Everyone's making appearance fees. Everyone doing walkthroughs. Everyone's getting fucked up. Our boy, who we can't say his name, but he's having himself quite a year.
Go on.
He was had himself a little too much fun in Vegas last year. I guess he was our boy. Now he's plays for the enemy. Although I'm still rooting for him and his 2,000 yard season. But what?
No, I mean it's like, well, okay. I mean, I'm not rooting.
I'm just saying the Super Bowl has cemented itself as part of the quote unquote cultural calendar where everything's Coachella now, right?
Yeah.
So it's like to do a fashion show just feels very like Miami Swim Week.
No, for
right?
Sure,
where it's
dude.
like,
yeah.
Where it's like, oh, and then like, yeah, we'll have a fashion show. It's like, bro, just have a party and keep it pushing, or like pay someone to just like perform. I mean, and I know that GQ and Bodie are like best friends, and everyone's rooting for Bodie. Everyone's, you know, they're a homegrown New York City brand.
Yeah,
they're one of the only like American brands with some juice that can hopefully take it further than just like I don't know, fucking Christian Soriano or whatever that the guy that always opens New York Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I mean, also this is going to like supplant New York Fashion Week.
I mean,
it's happening in the middle of it, right?
Yeah. Whatever was left
it's,
of New York Fashion Week, especially men's, let's be real, besides like Todd Snyder, no, it's not really anything.
Yes,
you know, Ralph,
it just feels like
Ralph will be somewhere else.
Right. We'll do a diffusion line, maybe a one-time only thing.
Probably.
There's going to be a car on the runway. We're going to have to film everything. We're going to film everything on our fucking Androids.
Wait, you're saying they're going to drive a car through the fashion show? Is that what you're saying?
You know, you're gonna have a Hyundai Sonata.
I will say, if
mom's gonna pull up in the Hyundai Sonata, hop out, take a selfie with the fucking Samsung.
I will say, if you're in a Hyundai and you're using Samsung GPS, yeah, you might be on your light rail shit. What is it called?
Brightline.
You might be on your Brightline shit, dude.
Yo, Hyundais are nice though.
No, they are good. I'm more of a Kia guy. I think Kia is next up for real.
Yo, Kia next up. Yeah, focus Samsung too, just not their phones.
I mean, if I was one of the members of the press that was getting paid to go out to cover this thing on some kind of similar shit of what happened with us and our friends at the Swoosh last year, even though we had zero content obligations and we just got to like fucking gamble and cut pods at our own leisure. That's cool. I mean, like we're obviously not going to be invited, especially not after this fucking screed. But outside of those people who, outside of the fashion nerds that get to go to the big game for the first time, that's other than those people, like this is.
But that's the thing, right? Who's gonna actually be at this fashion show? Not that really matters, but it's like you're not gonna have buyers. You're not gonna have like actual fashion folks. No. You're gonna have like
Odell Beckham Jr.
You're gonna have like NFL play. You're gonna have Odell Beckham Jr.'s younger brother from Love Island,
Stephon Diggs.
You're gonna have players that didn't make it. You're gonna have local New Orleans, like you're gonna have Mandy Fresh in the front row, which is awesome. That's fucking sick.
That'd be awesome.
Although they're probably gonna brick it, not have him, right? You're gonna have like Diplo in the front row
versus the Hot Boys,
versus like
BG
Sissy Nabi, or who's the other bounce artist? The trans bounce
Big
artist,
Frida.
Big Frida. Shout out Big Frida. Mm-hmm. I was always a Sissy Nabi man myself.
Okay.
Yeah, it just feels very.
It's Corpo. This is the new GQ.
Low effort, low brain event production, right?
It's crazy how like, you know, the new GQ, you know, when Will took the reins, deservedly so, and they created this like, you know, gender bending, gender neutral, like pushing the boundaries forward, keeping print alive. Print media is important. And it just sucks to see it completely devolve however many years later into like the most turbo corpo thing, and that's just what it is now because that's the only thing that makes money. And yeah, I mean, I get it, man. You got to play your position. Like Will is doing that. Whoever made the executive decision to delete that video, well done to you. You deserve a raise. That was straight from Anna Wintour. He's like, what the fuck is this shit? But I mean, listen, I think you made a great point. This Bodie
wait, let me check if it's on their TikTok. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised if like Bodie Recreation exists, so the bag could be gotten in this moment and is not a thing, even though I'm sure it'll sell because Bodie at a cheaper price point for all the fucking dweebs and like Murray Hill losers that like want to wear that shit. Like this won't hurt their pockets as much as normal Bodie would. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a one and done. We'll see what the clothes look like. You
know, How to Wear Flannel Shirt is still up on their TikTok.
Cool.
Something about Gladiator 2, which by the way, Gladiator 2 more like Gladiator Poo. So it was atrocious.
Yeah, it was pretty mid. Denzel was great though.
Sure. Something about David Lynch. Are you sad about that?
You know, it's funny. Like, I love like what David Lynch like means for cinema, and just an awesome guy.
What does David Lynch mean for cinema?
That you can be a complete, unique, focused auteur weirdo, and like,
and have your shit deaded by Netflix.
No,
right, fellas.
No, I just mean more like, and like have a career and like have like, you don't need to, you can make
not anymore, bro. Not in the era of GQ Sports, Bodie, Rec.
Yeah. Right? David Lynch was supposed to close the show, but unfortunately died of emphysema. Did they say why? Is that what it was? I just assumed because
Probably, yeah. Is he the last independent, great working man in Hollywood, or is it John Waters? Like, who would you bestow that honor to?
In terms of also being like a weirdo.
Yeah, before everyone now has to do like Marvel and bend the knee and kiss the ring and play the game and all that shit.
Well, people hate this guy. What is it? S. Craig Zoller. But he also is like more of like a right wing. Kind of people want to S. Craig Zoller, but he is having a hard time making movies because I think people hate his politics because he's like boys with Mel Gibson and shit. No. What I'll say is that my favorite Lynch movie is his most straightforward, which is The Elephant Man, which is a movie that I had never seen and I probably watched it within the last 2 years. And it was quite affecting, but it's not like some weird. It's not Blue Velvet or something that like I think the average person who's not super into movies might find like challenging to watch, even though like Mulholland Drive is a classic. But The Elephant Man is great, and I highly recommend it to anyone who also wants to know about that guy with a completely gigantic fucked up head. That was a real dude.
Yeah.
So anyway,
remember Bradley Cooper played him with no prosthetics.
Oh right, yeah, and it basically is just dirt. He was derped up crazy hard on stage.
Yo, my face.
Yo.
Yo, my fucking face, bro.
There were some good memes that came out of that shit, from what I remember. There were some really good ableist memes for surely.
Trump's president now. You can say it now, Lawrence, if you want.
Say what? Disabled?
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of shit is back on the menu.
Oh, really? Like what?
Like a white guy wearing a Juicy J's shirt.
Yeah. Really.
I mean, yo, the reason is so the Stay Fly video, which is with 8Ball and MJG and Young Buck, they're in Miami. So that's why I got him as the housewarming gift, because it's one of the greatest songs of all time. The video is awesome, and then obviously this iconic shirt emerged from that. Which my question is, like, this is what I can never figure out. Where did he get, like, who made it his? Like, is that a Boardwalk shirt? Like, you just buy it from like a stand? Like, what was it? It's not like Ed Hardy. You know what I'm saying? Like, who invented this?
I don't know, man.
Just a guy.
Yeah.
This is a guy who smoked too much weed, probably a white boy.
Just a fan of skulls.
This seems like this seems like the work of a diabolical white boy coming from.
They don't make white boys like they used to. I'll tell you that much.
They don't. All right, real quick before we get out of here, so I could go to the happy hour hookah bar soiree for Jenna's birthday. How much time did you spend on Red Note?
Not that much, honestly. Not that much. And like, it was so obvious TikTok was going to come back that Trump was just doing this. Yeah, he was just doing this fucking like.
I mean, it is the long con.
Oh, sure. Should I? And then I don't think he did the long con of like starting Talk of the Ban only so that he could come back and bring it back. He just realized that when he started like going on podcasts and becoming like the manosphere guy,
right?
He's like, oh, they love me on TikTok. I don't want to ban this shit. It was an self-poning L by the Dems for sure, but it wasn't Trump incepting them.
Yeah. People are giving way too much credit.
Yeah, absolutely. Red Note was fine. My only thing there, I went to China in 2006.
China.
And it was fucking awesome. And like, I only got to spend 5 weeks there.
That's a long time.
Yeah, but it was like in a semester abroad setting. Mm-hmm. Guided by adults, but like got to do some awesome shit. Did a homestay, which I think was like really an interesting way to experience life, just daily life there. Mm-hmm. With a couple that didn't speak any English, they knew a few words. I was able to pick up a few words of Chinese, but
Ni hao.
The craziest thing, ni hao, well, I ni, mei guo. I knew how to say like chicken, beer, dumplings. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
All you need, dude.
Yeah. I could basically name just ludicrous rap albums in Chinese.
Yeah, basically. That's good.
But the amount of people that are like, yo, there's real people in China.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, Chinese people are mad funny. Like, Chinese people like to eat food and live life and shit. And it's like, you fucking retards. Like,
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, that's the propaganda working, bro.
Sure. And there's definitely like in Beijing, especially, the presence of the state is like fucking nuts.
Yeah.
In like the central city, in like residential areas where it's kind of just like more like daily life, it is beautiful and like really nice and interesting and multi-layered as much as anywhere else in the world. So to see people and like the jokes that did ring true, it's like, yo, like TikTok has undone years of like, propaganda and like it's one-shotting both Americans and Chinese people once the Chinese people start seeing like American thoughts.
Yeah.
Our greatest soft cultural export.
Dude. Yeah, very soft.
Yeah.
Put the soft culture.
Yeah, I'm trying to export some cum.
You and everyone else, bro.
Exactly. So
Get in line behind. How many people live in China? 2 billion?
Not 2 billion, but a lot.
That's India.
India is more than China, but yeah. But yeah, it was just funny to be like and honestly great where people are like, yo, people in China are real. And it's like, yep.
Yeah.
So that's cool. In terms of actually spending, I was interested a little bit because we have been saying for a minute now, it's like, yo, it's only a matter of time before like Chinese fashion like breaks out, right?
Hopefully, yeah.
And the way that Korea invested in education, both like internally and externally in like fashion and retail, from like on the creative and the design aspect of it and the manufacturing, we're seeing like the fruits of that now. It's only a matter of time before that happens in China. And there definitely are brands that you and I are just ignorant to. And I think like people have mentioned them on whether it's like a Reddit or on even like our Substack. Any Chinese brands, drop in the comments right now.
I want to know the ones that it's like Pikachu, Rick and Morty, and Supreme, like that brand. What's that? I want that backpack. That'd be sick.
Yeah, but I was just like, so you choose your interests. You choose your interest, and I was like, fashion. And I wanted to see like what the Chinese fashion was like, and it's and Chinese street style was a trend on TikTok for a minute, but it looked almost like AI generated.
Oh wow, in a good or a bad way?
Both. I don't know, but it does feel like what's labeled as fashion there is very like opium coded.
Oh, interesting.
Just like goth,
Cardi,
goth emo, all black, like punk.
That's cool.
Juggalo type shit. But I'm only speaking from like spending an hour on there.
Yeah, we recently had like 2 potential opportunities to go to Asia, a continent that I've never been to, if you don't count Turkey, where I did not go for any type of cosmetic surgery. I was there with my family looking at beautiful, glorious mosques at the time. But the 2 opportunities, one of which was to go to Korea, and then the other one was to go to China, and neither happened. And
what was the China one?
ComplexCon.
Hong Kong.
Right. Either way, 2 opportunities that we did not unfortunately take over the goal line, but hopefully it's not the last opportunity, because I would absolutely, without a doubt, love to go to China. And then I guess my final pitch in terms of like, I don't know what,
bro, think of the Chinese food you could consume there.
That's Mecca for me. It would
think of all the generals that have chickens named after them that you haven't had.
Yeah. Yes, so many veterans that I need to support by eating their branded chicken. I don't know what positions are still open in the Trump cabinet. I'm obviously not an expert in diplomacy, but in seeing this amazing cultural exchange that you mentioned, I think that in terms of the West and the East coming together, I think we send over Lily Phillips and let her fuck 1 billion Chinese men. No,
Bonnie
not
Blue.
let.
Bonnie Blue.
Not, what?
You're thinking of Bonnie Blue, I believe.
Who's Lily Phillips?
The other slag.
Which one fucks 1,000 guys at a time? Both of them?
I thought Bonnie Blue.
Okay, so maybe they need to link up like the Avengers to get through 1 billion Chinese
Bonnie
men.
Blue. Ooh, they're beefing. Bonnie Blue exclusively claims 1,057 sex record was her idea first, not Lily Phillips.
Damn, dude. Okay. You're the more entrepreneurial slag, Bonnie. I don't know what else to say. She called it.
She stole her IPP.
All right. On that note, I think I hope you guys enjoyed the last Zoom pod we hopefully have to do for another year.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Did Jenna celebrate her 22nd birthday going like a Monday night to Sunday night?
I mean,
or is that too short?
No,
too short.
This whole trip is her celebration.
I'm saying next year, her 22nd birthday.
Oh,
can you guys do a Sunday or a Monday night? We pod in person.
Mm-hmm.
Monday night, fly down. Come back Monday morning.
Yeah, I honestly
is 7 days too short for 22 for the big 2-2.
Right. No, I think that's advisable.
You know what? This is actually smart of you. You're making her birthday this year so fucking trash that she's gonna be like, fuck it, I don't want to spend a week down there next year.
So trash. This whole trip is her fucking birthday present. I don't.
Yeah, but I'm saying like no, but I'm saying it's like I'm gonna go down there and watch football with Lawrence and reeking of hookah in a skull shirt for my birthday.
Reeking, you already know I'm hitting fucking watermelon mint. I'm gonna be smelling like fucking. Well, I was gonna say smelling like Drake's steam room, but I don't want to smell like that. But that's probably what a steam room does smell like, if I had to guess.
My buddy wanted to know if you heard of Cool Watermelon Zin.
No, but I need it. Cool watermelon?
Yeah, apparently that's the goat flavor in my Zin Boys.
Is that from Big Chris? Little Chris?
Well, Clark is the OG, and he stuffed a Cool Watermelon in Chris's upper decky, and now Chris says that's also Chris wants to start a Zin pod with you if you're down.
I mean, listen, bro, I've done my 10,000 hours. Tell him I'm available. Tell him
you guys
have him reach out to my boss.
Yeah. You guys got to start it while you still have gums in your mouth.
I still can I still have a functioning fucking apparatus to
yapping abilities
to do Zin and yap. All right, dude. Twigs tomorrow. Get fucking excited, guys. Banger.
And our album Friday. This has been another episode of The Only Podcast Matters. Zoom or live. We still fucking out here getting jiggy with it in Miami or New Yorkie. All right, Chef, take us out.